I am so sorry. I completely I was late. I'm late to the stream. That is my bad. That is 100% my badness. Okay, but hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with the Veve, OMI, GrumpyCat, 4chan update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below, and super chats as well. And become a member. There's perks, and then rayfax.eth donating. Okay, so there's a couple things going on today. We will start with the good stuff. We'll start with I guess we'll start with the screenshots. No, we'll start, all right, so we'll start with GrumpyCat and 4chan. 4chan has had this, I have been contacted by some of the peeps over there, and there are no like original devs. The dev that created the token is just like, hey, I'm not really about it. So it's a completely community-driven project. The contracts are announced, so there is like no chance of rug. I really, really like it. I talked with a couple of people about what the future holds for the token, and I'm really excited for it. I'm also trying to get Pro the Doge in it. I do not believe he's gotten it yet, but I think he will. Speaking of Pro the Doge, let me go on to his. I don't know if I could even say this yet. This is. Oh no, it's good. Okay, so he did it. Utility coins for the win. So in Fibit, which doesn't have a ton of followers, only has about 16.5 thousand over on the Twitter, says welcome Pro the Doge to IBIT. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because Pro the Doge about an hour ago, 50 minutes ago, says excited to share that I've officially partnered with Infibit. They're creating a decentralized voting platform for projects like Ben, PsyOp, and GrumpyCat to use. Says they are one of the only legally registered, fully decentralized DAO in the USA. How's that for utility? And then you have him going on saying, excited to share, partner with him. The coin that powers this platform is IBIT. So if you're interested in checking that out, blah, 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 blah. So I'm pretty excited for that. As they go and they do that, I would say a exchange should be announced. I would say before the weekend end. I would say maybe by tomorrow, maybe by Monday. And there's no way they go and announce this without announcing not, I wouldn't say a major exchange, but at least some type of CEX. So pretty excited for that. Yeah, he made a bunch of money, I think, in Rick coin or Morty coin. I forget what it was called. Anyway, only for the day. So we had a whale last night go in, and he didn't put in a ton. He had gone on and put in, I think, about $13,000 to the OMI token, and it had pumped up 6% from that. So currently now on the day, it's only about up 4.3%. So it did go down a little bit from that high. Ooh, you cannot see that. So it's only about 4.3% now, but it's still at 00065, which is really not bad. One of the oil groups I was in is talking about price predictions, and the price prediction, I would say, if we're going to do the end of this year, all right, this is a loaded question. I think a lot of good technical aspects from Veve will come out before the end of this year, meaning that, we're doing the wait list on Sunday. Like RKO out of nowhere. There's like, oh yeah, by the way, wait list is happening. So that was a nice surprise. We get to do that on Sunday, tomorrow, in like, 16 hours. And then we also, on top of that, at some point, you do get that MCP rollout. You do get that OMI to NFT. That will be before the end of the year. And when you have that OMI utility, maybe we don't get a big exchange. Maybe we don't get like a Coinbase or a Binance. And even Alex had mentioned, US exchanges are really tricky. The reason for it, I don't know. I would say you'd get maybe like a C or B tier brand. I mean, you wouldn't get like the top A tier stuff like Coinbase or Binance. At least not right away. They'd probably want the smaller stuff first. So I would say we'd be at 002, which is about a 3x from where we are right now. So I think that's pretty cool. That being said, I think if we're talking about, I don't think we'll rise we might start to move in Q3 at some point. Or if other people decide that, hey, it's meme coin season, let me go into meme coins like I am, like 4chan and GrumpyCat. and you make a decent amount of money, and you want to throw it into OMI, I feel like that's a way we could move really before we have any utility, because that's what I'm going to do. Like I said, I have about 7K. I think it's less now. I think it's like 5 or 6K in GrumpyCat, just because the price went down. It fluctuates a lot. I mean, you don't just go up consistently. You have to have a down day. I do believe GrumpyCat will move before OMI and before 4chantoken. So as it goes up, sell tiny bits along the way, and then some will go into OMI, some will go into 4chan, and then if 4chan, I think 4chan will start moving in Q3 as well. I mean, it's possible it even moves this quarter in June, and if it does, great. All roads lead back to OMI, which of course lead to buying land in Madagascar and Indonesia for the animals. So I'm really excited about that. Also, check out this cool sleeping hat. It's the secret rare. I love it. So it's very possible that, and I wouldn't want to go and like completely pump the price, putting in 5 figures at once, but I would put in a good couple grand each turn for OMI, to not pump the price too much. But if it happens where they suddenly announce something, let's say I have some dry powder sitting on the side, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, 10 grand in the OMI. Now, obviously, this is given the fact that GrumpyCat will go up and 4chan will go up, and they may not. I could be completely wrong about these two things. I don't think I am. I'm sure I'm not. But yeah. Anyway, moving on here. That whale, I don't know if he said who he was. He's in the community. Like you'll probably know him. You'll probably know who he is. Anyway, that is for that. And we have a bunch of things going on. After the stuff last night, the video. All right, what whales are buying? I had a whale, my new whale yesterday. I was like, hey, you should really grab the set of Happy Tree Friends. He grabbed a sub 100 set of Happy Tree Friends because I told him I like him. I told him it's a really key set, and he said okay. And I happened to tell 2 of my other whales about it. I'll read you that message, or I'll read you some of these messages. And we texted so much on a bad price, talking about Todd's, talking about other things. Okay, here it is. So I said, grab today's set, blah, 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 blah. One guy says, thanks for the advice. We'll grab one now. Just bought the whole set. I say, nice. I can't wait until, everyone has these and blah, 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 blah. So he says, I got Flippy, number 103, Lumpy, number 97, Flaky, number 103, and Handy, number 101. I said, oh, those are nice little mints. Most of mine were random mints, but I got 2 flippies that were sub 100, number 58 and 78. I have a 3rd sub 100 flippy now. I really, really like him. Something about having a, military Happy Tree friend with PTSD. Something about that just makes me really identify with him. Anyway. So then another whale goes on, says, I'm going in now, shows me the set that he has. I was like, this will be a great set for the future. And then he says, I have numbers 43, 46, 63, and 64. I was like, you sub 100 master. And then he says, I go over 3 million points in MCP tonight, adding 4,700 points or so per day. I was like, oh my God, that's so much. Other whale says, that's bonkers. I said, this is just in time too, because we have the Veve wait list, and he is in the top 100 wallets, and he had also reached 2,500. I don't know if you can see that. I'll make it darker so you can see it. 2,500 collectibles. He's actually gone up since then. After that, he actually is number. Where is he? He's number 97. So he has 2519. He had 57 additional NFTs he had bought from Veve today. So I was like, oh my God, that's not today, this last week, which is a lot. So let me go over some other stuff here. There's some, yep, other stuff. I happen to get a number, I love the Marvel Mighty, so I'm trying to get the sub 100. So I got a sub 100 Mantis rare, number 98 for $45. Thought that was pretty legit. And then we got, all right, yep, KYC stuff this weekend. There's my flippies. I got another flippy, just a random one. Like it's not a sub 100 mint. So I have 3 of the sub 100s, and then a random 4-digit mint. So the other whale had says, okay, do I buy a partner statue or do I buy 3 more Todds? I was like, and before I get to answer, he says, well, I have 3 partner statues and 4 Todds now. I was like, oh, well, I like Todds because they have a 2.5% fee as opposed to the 8.5% fee of the partners statue, but they're both good. And I said, listen, I'd get a reso also if you don't have one. But I did also say I like the partner statue because Dr. Profit has 400 of them. So they're locked up for like 7 years, not including the 700 that are in accounts that haven't been active in a year or more. But if we're talking about that, we do have to mention the Todd has like 1,900 Todds are in accounts that have not been active for a year or more. So they could be in bot accounts. They could just be in people that have left the project and will come back when things are pumping. We don't know. And he had bought another Todd, and he had bought another reso as well. And then I had mentioned, hey, for the Veve logo, because it had pumped up to $7,900 yesterday. I was like, listen, you got a couple Veve logos. If you wanted to sell one right now, take some profit, you absolutely can. It wouldn't be a bad idea. And then if it goes back down, buy another one, do that arbitrage. But taking profit is really not a bad thing. And he kind of like, well, this is over text, so he didn't like say this, but I can picture him like grab my shoulder and be like, Randy, no. He just said, listen, I'm not going to sell one of these until they're like at 50,000. I'll sell one and then I'll hodl the rest forever. And I was like, oh my God. Most of us have this, I feel like a lot of us have this really myopic view of, hey, a couple $1,000s is a lot, which it is. A couple $1,000s is a lot of money. That's a mortgage payment. That is, bills for the month, whatever that is. But some people are just in this, the 1% where a couple $1,000s, they're not just going to throw it away, but they could toss around money like it's no big deal. So when he says, yeah, I'll sell it 50K, he believes that this will go to $50,000, the logo in the next bull run. And I even told him, listen, I definitely believe 30K is definitely possible, especially as Veve goes and they continue to make these updates. These updates that we've had for I feel like I'm going to compare Veve and Twitter here real quick. My window open because it is. Oh, okay. It is. All right. We're good. So the reason why I compare Veve to Twitter right now is because it seems like to me, despite some of the bugs, but we've had more Twitter updates in the last couple months than we've had, I think, ever since I started using it years ago. Same thing with Veve. The hiring of Mitch and Nestor has been probably one of the greatest, I'll use a sports metaphor here, draft picks that we could get. It's like drafting 2 kids straight out of college that are just beasts on the field, and you're just like, yeah, we're getting them. Get them, and suddenly, after them having become familiar with us, it's constant, hey, let me do some coding. Let me do some testing. Let's roll it out. And they roll out things very efficiently. They're very effective at what they do. And as we go and we get more updates for Veve, the value of Veve will go up. Because you have people that, let's talk about Colex and Hero. The Hero cards have the Colex team, and their tech is better than Veve. Their tech is amazing, over the moon. Now, do most people really care? No, they don't. But that is important to tech people, making it easier to use, making things, oh, this is cool. Like, people appreciate that. As Veve gets better and better, which they are very, very much so, a lot of the other tech people are like, oh, hey, I like this for this reason. On top of that, another way I feel like Veve is like Twitter is because in all of my years of investing or in studying a bunch of these CEOs, studying a bunch of these markets, never have I ever, put a finger down, do I really see a CEO go and talk with the common folk? Any Fortune 500 company, where do you ever see them? One, do you ever see them participate in meme culture. You don't. Elon Musk does that. He's always taking not advice. He's always taking suggestions from Twitter when people are just going to be like, "Oh, hey, Elon, I don't like it when Teslas do this. Can we fix that?" Sure. As the only other person I really see like that, that has a multi-billion-dollar company is David. That's the only other person that I see that is on Twitter, that is on Instagram, that goes on people's streams. Like, do you guys know how much it would cost to try to go and get someone that's running a multi-billion-dollar company? If you didn't know them, like if you didn't know some of these people, like cost you thousands of dollars. And he frequently goes on the Queen's Court, goes on Veve Magic's channel. He was just on that German show. I forget which one it is. I'll say it from right now. Ooh. Wanna come on? Hold on one second. I gotta. Oh, why don't I have it? Okay. Where am I? I forget what I was doing. Okay, yeah. He was on this morning a channel for. All right, hang on one second. I gotta do something here real quick. It's a really scary part, 'cause it's terror time again. Got you running through the night. Sorry, I love that. I was just listening to that in the car. Where is he? Captain Veve. You had Collector Talk number 5 with David Yu. Captain Veve hosted David Yu this morning. So he goes on my channel. He goes on a bunch of people's channels. This doesn't happen. And why is he doing that? Partly because he likes some of us. I think with me it's more of like Legal Dave telling him, hey, Randy's gonna hurt himself streaming for so long, better get on there. But for the most part, he really likes the community. He really likes everyone. We're gonna introduce our good friend Tammy right now. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm just talking about how I don't see any. Like, take the CEO of Google or take the CEO of, I don't know, any Fortune 500 company, and they're usually never talking to their people. They're usually in like the 50th floor of like a penthouse suite of a building, and they're never talking with the people that use their product. And David's always on Instagram. He's always on one of our streams, or he's always on Twitter. And I feel like as the value of Veve goes up, a lot of people go into put stock in the company. And the reason why I was talking about that is because you're a new Veve Gold and Silver logo holder. I was telling my friend, 2 friends yesterday, two big whales. It's like, hey, you could, if you wanted to, now that the logo's $7,900, you could go and you'd probably sell one, take some profit, and if it goes back down, buy it.
Which it did. It did. It's not like it went to 38, I think.
Yeah, and then and my one whale goes like, "Nah, I'm gonna wait till it gets to 50K." I was like, I know, like I've said it could go to 30K in the next bull market, and he's like, "Nah, it'll go to 50K." And I was like, I mean, all it takes is a couple people like him, like whales, to go and have one like that or want one like that. I mean, we were only in like the very beginning stages of utility. We had a conversation about that this morning, real quick. As they're announcing utility for either these new logos or new utility for our logo, what's your take on that as someone that just got one?
Well, as someone that's, I don't know, it's because I just got one, I'm hoping that they're going to, oops, sorry, I'm driving, so I'm doing this at the same time.
Please be careful.
I'm going to be careful. I'm fine, hon. But I would hope that whenever they decide to do like an airdrop, it's at the time of the snapshot or whatnot, that they're not just going to be to people that originally got them. Because someone like me wasn't able to get a card handed to them. I had the opportunity, but unfortunately missed out on it. And so for me, I hope that that's what they would do. I also believe that being in the first logo in that group, there's going to be different even if they're in these new logos, if there's some type of, I think it's going to be different than what we, like when we go to events. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes, can hear you.
I'll pull over when I get up here. Give me just a second. But I just think that the utility will be different if there is any for the new logos. I mean, I'm still going to go for them. I want them. I don't have a lot of gems now because of my recent purchase, but I mean, I hope. I understand how some people feel that they wish that it was just for the original owner of the collectible, but I hope that they don't think of it that way, because there's people like me who spent a decent amount of gems on it. So I think that I would think that they would take that into account. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I think if you're talking about original holders, I mean, that's
original,
I feel like
the original
people had sold it.
Yeah, exactly, and it's that's what they were talking about on Telegram, like OGs, long-term holders, and I mean, I just got mine, so I'm not a long-term holder, but I've been in the project for almost 2 years. So does that consider me an OG? I don't know. I don't know what they classify as that. So I don't know. Everybody can interpret it in different ways. So I'm not going to. That's why I was asking you what your thoughts were, because I'm not going to sit there. I mean, I'm not going to go on Telegram and sit there and say all these things, because I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. So I just am hoping that they look at it. I hope I'm included. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, for people, and this is what I have a couple takes on this. Generally, I don't like asking for something for nothing. Like,
right.
if I want to do something, I want to make sure it's a fair trade, a fair thing.
I agree.
And when other people do that, like, I understand the notion, hey, you don't get what you don't ask for. So cool,
yeah.
like, shoot your shot. But if, like, I feel like when I see people constantly asking for something for nothing, like asking for handouts, it's like, okay. And then, like, you go to their Twitter, and what are their tweets? It's all retweets of like, hey, retweet this, and you could possibly enter a free thing. And that's all their Twitter is. They're just constantly trying to get free stuff. Which, again, like, if I don't know the amount of time you'd have to put in and the return on that. It just seems like, at that point, just go do something that'll make you the money.
Well, and I do retweet a couple things, but it's all regarding, like, usually it's from comics and crypto. And Fam Bam just won a grade, 9.8 grade. I think it's Ultimate Fallout 4. I think. Yeah. And I could be wrong on the specific comic, but I remember it was a 9.8 grade, and she won it by liking it and retweeting it. And I mean, I did the same thing on the same one. I liked it, but I don't do it unless it's from comics and crypto or people like in our group. I don't do that. I have the same philosophy. If I really want something, I'll go to work and get it. I mean, I work a lot. So if I really want it, I'm gonna figure out a way to get it.
And I mean, there's enough people out there that just give away stuff like all the time. Like, if you really want like free stuff, like go get some Feesh, and Brock does these airdrops all the time.
Absolutely.
And link to Minta Feesh down below. Speaking of giveaways, do you know SquidCat?
No.
He does that golden dragon staking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you have one?
No.
Oh, they're cool. So he gives.
Oh, they are cool, but I had to save up for the logo.
That's true. Yeah, these are like $300 something. They're a bit, but for good reason, because SquidCat gives away OMI every single month.
Isn't it like 100,000 OMI?
Yeah, it's not like a ton of OMI, but still, it's free OMI that he gives away just for staking that golden dragon. You go and you get one, and you list it for $88,000, and you get it. And what he also did recently, he did a giveaway for a getaway for 7 days and 7 nights at a summer resort, and only people. Yeah, so it's like a $2,000 value, and this one guy got it, and I was like, oh my god, that's incredible.
Well, and I understand that the 100,000 OMI is not, the value isn't a lot right now, but in 7 years it could be a
back in
lot.
2 years.
I'm just well, in 2 years, if it gets to the 10 cent mark, that's that's a lot of money.
Yeah, done.
100,000 at a penny. I mean, for just staking something and getting something for free, I I'm in. I mean, why not?
Yeah. So Stan asked, thank you for the super chat, saying, any inside info of Tim Cook announcing a Veve partnership with their Apple glasses next week? So I have attempted to call him a couple times. The closest I've gotten is emailing with his receptionist. Or you email his email, but it goes to the receptionist.
Right.
He is extraordinarily busy. Obviously, being CEO of a multi-trillion-dollar company is a lot. He doesn't. Apple is very, very strict about their announcements. So far as when as they're preparing for the keynote on Monday, the keynote is in 2 days from now. Leading up to that, everybody that is working on the keynote is doing preparations, doing whatever they're doing. They have to give their phones like 2 people at the end of every day so that people can check them to make sure you haven't recorded anything. So if there was any inside information, I would not have it. It'd have to be someone that's really, really close.
So, Randy, just so you know, I am because I'm driving to work, so I can't stop. But if my phone cuts out, there's a spot up here. I'll get through it and then I'll get back on. Okay.
Okay. Cool beans.
All right. Okay.
So yeah, there's a bunch of people that are saying, oh, well, Apple headset probably doesn't have any killer apps. They're probably going to want Veve. I think Veve will be able to do that at some point. I would not expect that right away. There's a couple of people that said, oh, I think Veve will be part of the keynote. Guys, I know Veve has made Apple tens of millions of dollars over the last couple of years,
right?
But that's asking a lot. I think that's asking a
well, ready for it. Oh yeah, see, I'm cutting out. Okay, see, I'm cutting out.
Yes.
I'll call back.
Okay, cool beans. All right. Yeah. Okay. I am happy to see y'all. All right. Let's see where I was before we had the. All right. So yeah, I feel like we're in this fishbowl. Some of us with a very myopic view of a couple thousands a lot, and you don't really see people that are going to spend tens of thousands of dollars on a logo when Veve is, they're not a brand name. Disney, brand name. Star Wars, brand name. DC, these are brand names that people would pay for that. People have paid tens of thousands for a partner. They have paid tens of thousands for a reso. 100,000 for Spider-Man. So I understand that. But Veve right now, I don't think is that. Now, granted, that being said, I have had 3 5-figure offers for my 41 logo. In the last year when I first got it, someone offered me like 30K, and I was like, and we weren't in the bull market anymore, but we were not deep in this recession like we are now. And I talked to 2 friends of mine about it. I was like, this is a lot of money. It was getting a lot of OMI. And they had said, listen, sometimes it takes a friend to tell you when you might be making a mistake. And this logo was a gift from Dan and David. You don't sell it. And I was like, okay. So I turned down the $30,000 last year. There was another $10,000 offer I turned down. I was like, well, obviously if I turn down 30, didn't turn down 10. And then I recently had one for 15,000. Which again, I wouldn't sell Dashi for 15,000. I'd sell Dashi for maybe double that, with the right to buy Dashi back. Anyway, yeah, there are not a lot of those. Out of the 500 that you have, they keep the first 40, and you have, I don't know, I think maybe 350 of them have actually been redeemed. So there's not a lot. There's not a lot left. And the ones that are redeemed or have yet to be redeemed, if I don't know. I'm very curious to see how many there are out there. I do want another one, so I'll keep y'all posted. Anyway, where was I? Diligent work behind the scenes. Yep. Okay. They had a Uncanny X-Men number 244. What I've asked, I will ask again. I will ask every week until it happens. I never win auctions. And I never win auctions because they don't have a notification thing saying, like on eBay, it notifies you like 10 minutes or I think like an hour before the auction ends. If there's just a way, hey, notify me 5 minutes before the auction ends, that would be great. Let me do that. I keep missing these auctions because of that. What about
Hey,
you,
sorry.
Jen? Do you have,
About what?
Do you ever win any auctions, on Veve?
I've back when I first got in, I won. I think I only really did one. I've bid on a couple auctions, and I did win one. It was for Thing, Mighty Marvel Thing.
Oh, nice.
I think that was what it was. But I don't really. I look at them. But I've just been collecting. I updated my spreadsheet today, and I realized that I've been going crazy on the 3-digit Mighty Marvels. Because they're so inexpensive, and in a year, if I can get 10 times my money, I'm happy.
I had Jason Lawrence. Yo, what up, Los Angeles Fire Department? I had him. He had left a comment on one of my videos saying like, hey, how would you grade collectibles? If how they do comics, on comics and crypto or cherry charts, they've had that. I would grade. I don't know if it's necessarily about grading, which I guess I'll get into, but if I can compare them to Pokemon cards, you had one print run of first edition, and then you had one print run of Shadowless, which is the same exact thing as first edition. It just did not have that first edition stamp. And then you had Unlimited. The Unlimited was slightly different artwork and slightly different borders. And the Unlimited had like 8 different print runs. So I would say for most things, any 4-digit mints would be like unlimited, especially for the Marvel Mighties, because you had a bunch of those. You had a couple of 5-digit mints for the Marvel Mighties. And I would say the 3-digit mints are like Shadowless, because they are fairly scarce. There's only ever 899 of them. And then the 2-digit mints would be like the first edition, because there's only 59 of them for each collectible. So 3 digits is kind of what you've been stacking, what you've been going for. How much of a premium do you pay for that typically? Did I lose her? I think I might have lost her. She gone. Okay, I will ask that question. Oh wow, there's another one of her.
Right.
Oh.
Well,
okay.
You were like cutting out really bad, so I just got off and then got back on. I didn't know if it was my phone or because I have full bars, but
might have been. All right. So anyway, how much of a premium do you pay for the 3 digits? Like, let's say if the floor of like the thing is, I don't know, $10. The 3-digit would be like 15. Is like 50%.
Yeah, I mean, literally, I was buying some. What's today? The 3rd. I was buying some today, and the floor was 7, and I got 3-digit mints for $7.50. It was ridiculous.
Nice.
Yeah, So the problem is that I only have so much funds to put on the app. I'm not selling anything. I have stuff. I landed the secret rare Gwen comic, so I could sell that and get more, but I like it too much. I'm not gonna sell it. So, I just buy what I can afford. And, but I was even looking at the 2-digit mints. What am I willing to spend on it? So you just have to spend what you're comfortable with. I have some mints that are high mint numbers, but those are just, if they're like $3 or $4, I'm gonna, pick it up and then later potentially sell it for $10.
People play. It's weird. You have this game. I feel like Veve is like a poker game. Like, you like poker, so this would be a good analogy.
Okay.
Veve is like a poker game, and you could give someone the same hand. Like, there are multiple ways to play pocket 10s. That's my favorite hand.
Yeah.
What? You don't like pocket 10s?
No, jacks are no. No. Not if you don't flop a set, you're like great. No, yuck. I mean, if you do one thing, great. But no, I don't. Pocket tens are not. Pocket tens, if I got pocket tens, I'm raising, hoping to just pick up the blinds. I don't want to play pocket tens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's funny.
there's, depending on what the flop is, like everyone has a different scenario. Like everyone has different chip stack. Everyone has different experience, different ways to play a hand. Like there's no wrong way to eat a Reese's peanut butter cup. Those commercials were great. There's no, different ways to play that hand. I feel like in Veve, it's much the same way. You have the options of, hey, do I want like Mr. 41.eth? Do you just want the number 41s? Do you just want the sub 50s?
Right.
Or do you just like, there's this one guy that I've been following, I forget his name right now, but he has 600 Peter Quills. And he has no sub 100s. I was like, wait, you have 600 of these mother fudgers, and none of them are sub 100s?
Oh, I got 64 on that one.
Nice. Yeah, it was like lunacy. And me, like that's usually all I go for is a sub 100s for the mighties. Like I'll get the set, but most of what I really try to go for is sub 100s.
See, and when I got in for mighties, I mean they were so expensive that I was just doing 3 digits. Yeah. But now the price is coming down where I can get a few. I mean, I do have more. That's on the newer series where I got 2 digits, but again, it's just what you can afford. I mean, I don't know why he's stacking that many. Maybe he knows I mean, he sees something, but I mean, I got like 5 of him, I think. But I'm not buying 600 only because, I mean, if I'm going to spend that much money, I'd rather buy a Todd,
Yeah, that's a good point. So even if, let's say it's, I don't know, $7, that's $4,200. Like you could add 2 pumpers.
Right? Or a logo, or or you could probably pick up the whole series ones of the Batman. The Russo and get that whole set. I mean,
Could you imagine if they come out with a game for the Marvel Mighties and that dude has 600 pieces? He'll have the biggest army like ever.
Well, and I think I would be collecting more of the evil guys. Somebody told me that when you have like a game, you need one evil guy and 5 good guys.
That's a good point. Yeah, you're right.
Did you see? Since we're talking about Mighties, the 2099, did you see that they are dropping the comic of the first release of 2099's Mighty?
Yeah, I did.
No, I got
Jerk actually. Clever Jerk sent me a message, and that dude has so much amazing stuff. He didn't post it yet. I can't. Well, basically, Clever Jerk has a bunch of the the Spidey 29 Mighties, and he has the actual physical comic of that they have as well. So I was like, oh, that's dope.
That's cool.
I really want that one. I've heard this movie is amazing. I heard like the best reviews, absolutely stellar. Like everyone loves it. So I was thinking about seeing it today, but then I didn't. So maybe next week.
Yeah, I was thinking about taking the girls tomorrow, but it's nice. Oh, did I cut out again?
Yeah, you said Thursday night. I heard something Thursday nights.
No. The weather is nice.
Oh,
the weather. Yeah. So I mean, go to the movies or go to the lake. I think I'd rather go to the lake.
Yeah, lake is free. Chill and sandwiches. I feel like movies. I don't know. Like I'm such a diva now. Whereas like if I go to the movies, I want to go to a movie theater that has a bar, that has reclined seats. I could order my food, and then when I get the drunk munchies, they deliver my food. Like I'm such like a high maintenance.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Our local theater. I live in a very rural area, and our local theater, they have it's called Uptown Lounge, and it's connected to the theater, so you can go to the movies, and before you go in, you can go have a drink and then go to the movies. But I do not believe you can take your drink into the movies. I think it has to stay. I think it has to stay in that section of the theater.
Yeah. I rented or I didn't rent. The freaking YouTube. Normally, YouTube gives you the option to rent a movie for like $3 or $4. But
Right.
yesterday, when I wanted to go and watch Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, I finally saw it. Finally, they didn't give me the option to rent, only to buy for $9.99. I was like, ah. So like, of course, like that's what I planned to do. So I bought it.
So you did, yeah.
But it was great, and there will be a sequel. Have you seen the movie yet?
No.
Are you gonna?
Maybe at Comic-Con, I don't know. I mean, maybe when I come out and we can watch it, but I'm not gonna just no.
Anyway,
that's funny.
it's really good. It makes me wonder, like, oh, okay, well, they could do this for Blood and Honey, could they do this for Oliver the Lucky Rabbit and just have like, Oliver the Rabbit with like murder ears? I don't know.
You're crazy. You're crazy.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
A little bit.
So yeah, the rest of the news that I was, where was I trying to go over beforehand? Oh yeah, auctions. There's no notification like when an auction's about to end, so I never win any. And I don't know if you've had that issue or use a try for.
Yeah, no, like if there's an auction that I really want, I might have gotten a couple auctions. I don't know. I haven't done them in a long time, but I know that if there's something I want and it's in my price range, I'm going to stay on it until, I set like an alert on my phone to remind me, because there's been ones that I've wanted and I've forgotten. And I'm like, God, that only went for that. Mm-hmm. So now I just set an alert on my phone to remind me, and then I'll go in, and if it's at my price point, then I'll go. If not, then not a big thing.
Yeah. So you just made a really big purchase with the logo. What is well, first, before I ask you the next question, as soon as it jumped to 7,900, like 12 hours later, did you have a mind to be like, maybe I could sell this for $7,500, maybe put $4,000?
No.
Because that totally would have crossed my mind. I would have been like,
No. I've been wanting it since the very beginning. So no, not really. But it was funny because we were talking about it, and I told you that if it was still there when I got off work, I was going to get it, and I did. Well, then I went to sleep, but then I woke up for the drop, and that's when Bam Bam and Magic were helping me, and get on the Telegram and on the Discord for having the logo, and then I went back to sleep. Because I work weird hours, so I went back to sleep, and then next thing you know, I wake up and it's at 7,900, and people are talking about about market manipulation. Did somebody just take it off? And then I'm reading things and on the Facebook feed saying, no, some girl named Tammy bought it. I'm like, how? I mean, it hasn't even been 24 hours yet. So no, I mean, no, I wouldn't. I had no intention of selling. I even told my granddaughter, who's into this. She has a showroom on my phone. She already has plans for it and everything. But I told her, if anything ever happens to me, that is never to get sold. And she said, okay.
I think I might have told you this. Put that in your will.
Yeah.
Because
I know. Which I don't have it yet, but I'm thinking, you think more about those things when you start accumulating assets, like you were saying in your other video. And I need to get it done because, literally if something happened to me, I have it in place where somebody can get on for me. They'll be able to have access to it, but I'm dead. So, I want them to have it legally. So, that is on my to-do list.
Yeah, they make you have something like that when you're in the military. So I had one since I was like 21. I think I got it amended when I got out. And my friend Patty's still my, what's that called? Power of attorney.
She's your POA.
Yeah, but she's like in Germany now, so I don't know if that's gonna be like.
And you need to update it anyway because a lot of your assets have changed since you got out of the military.
Yeah.
Because she's your power of attorney, but if you don't have it in your will on where you want the assets to be directed to, you don't have any kids. Like for me, everything, if I don't have a will, everything's going to my children. That's just what's going to happen. Well, I love my kids, but they ain't getting this. they have no interest in it. They, if they were interested and they wanted to learn, then I would be all for sharing this with them, but they're not. And so, my granddaughter is, so guess who's getting it? I mean, yes, she knows.
She knows.
Oh, she knows. And she also says that Elsa's for college. I mean, I'm not going to sell Elsa for college, but that's what she thinks.
Yeah. If she wants to go to college, Elsa will help in the future.
Oh no, I only have one. We're not selling Elsa. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if I had a few, I would sell OMI before I would sell, because I got the whole series of the Gold Moments, so can't break that up.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
On the going back to power of attorney and stuff, I had I forget what it was. It was 2018. It was either for the appendectomy or for my liver thing. They didn't ever specify, oh, hey, we're going to keep you alive and like do resuscitations on you because you're like choking on your spit versus like you're actually dying, and like you'll be a vegetable or so.
Oh, so you
on which one it
was. Have a DNR? Do you have a DNR?
Yeah, I do. So if anything happens to me, they're not bringing me back. Like,
right.
You remember? It was an episode of Raw, like 14 years ago. It was after WrestleMania, and then people were chanting Hogan, because he was like at the last WrestleMania. And then Shawn Michaels like, listen, guys, unless he needs another payday, he's not coming back. Like unless there's like a supernatural cast team of angels coming down to get me, there's I'm not coming back from that. Yeah, I gotta good times. I forget what I was saying after that. But yeah, so we were talking about the auctions. Veve Viral, and this is what I mean where David's like on Twitter. Veve Viral says, "Holy crap, Veve Official has the Veve Official IP. How did David Yu and Dan Crothers get David Yu and Dan Crothers a grant for this?" And David responds like, "Yeah, I negotiated hard, low mint and low price, but licensed store."
So on my way home from work this morning, he was on that German channel you mentioned, and I was listening to it, and he said that on their stream. It was pretty funny.
He's really funny. Like nobody knows that. Like I feel like nobody knows that he's like a funny guy. They'll just view him as like a.
No, and when I met him at DCon, you can tell that he was having a good time. That he's got it. When we were at the bowling alley, he was having a good time. Him and Dan both, so it was fun.
Yeah, it's hard not to have a good time when you're around the fam. It's hard to.
Because you have all of. Theoretically, everyone there should be excited about the project. It's not. The people that are funding on the project, I doubt are going to spend the money to go to an event. It just doesn't make sense. But. To each their own, whatever. Like my friend says all the time, there's going to be FUD in any project that you're in, be it Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Veve, Ecomi, Veve, whatever. You just have to do what you believe in and go from there. So.
Yeah, that's fair. So there's an interesting. Lori Brenner had just posted a tweet like 8 minutes ago saying, for those of you who believe that people that support the Veve fam are desperate and over leveraged, I want to provide. She calls out someone. I won't call out who she calls out. It's like, I want to provide everyone with exit liquidity. Put your Veve official logo up for 2,600 and I will immediately buy it. By my calculations, that's 57 cryptoys. That's a huge extra return on a free collectible from David Yu. Put your money where your research is. And then she says, Paul Barron, if you have a logo, I'll extend the same offer to you.
That's awesome.
And then Sleepin's in the comments, and he posts a picture of Michael Jackson eating popcorn. Sleepin, I love you so much. This is why Sleepin is bae.
I love him. And I like your hat, by the way. I, just so you know, was not selected for Secret Rare. But I did get my matching mint to my other hat, and then I have an extra one if I want to do whatever, if I want to do something with it. So I got my original mint was 76 because I got into it a little bit late. But then I also got number 8. So
Ooh.
yeah, I know on the second, but not on the first run. On the second run, I don't know who has number 8 on the first run, but
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got the black. Oh, I don't have the. This is the new black
blue one?
I had I have the original navy blue one. I don't know where though. I'm looking for it. It's it's lost. It's on my bed somewhere, but
I was gonna say it's under your laundry.
It's under the laundry.
Yeah.
I like the white one though. The white one's like, yeah.
I really like the white one, but that would be one that I would literally put up and not. I'd have to get a case for it because I don't want to get dusty. But I'm not good with white. God, I always get white dirty.
Yeah, I could. I think even already. The
hairline, like the line,
like a black border on the inside.
Oh yeah.
Where like the sweat would collect and it would like brown.
Yes.
You know?
Yep.
So it'll happen. Oh, where are you on the new the rankings, on the wallet rankings?
I don't know. I have about 12. Do what? 1220. I have about 1220.
Okay, so your what's your Veve name?
T Hannah 005.
Do they not have you? I don't think they have your actual Veve name on here. Yeah, the one that had 1220 as of yesterday was Veve number F3E1. So yeah, I guess I just don't have your number. But you were, at 1220 were number 427. So you're really close to the
And to get in the top under the top 300 wallets, how many more do you need?
Oh, 300?
Well, like not down to the 300, but under 400. If you need to get under 400, like 399, like 399.
The 399 is 1261.
Oh, not that far. Okay.
Yeah, not that far. You got this.
Oh no. Well, I don't think I'm buying any more $2 comics. For the time being. Yeah, for the time being. I mean, I keep track of everything, what I buy, spend, and everything on a spreadsheet. And I was finally updating. I hadn't updated it in like 2 months, and it took me 6 hours to update this spreadsheet. And one day, I bought 96 comics that was either $2 or less.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. So on the other news that we had going, oh god, where was I? Did you collect the Happy Tree Friend set?
I got 2 on the drop. I got the ultra rare and the uncommon.
Nice.
And that's it. I did not complete it because I went for the drop, but I knew I was thinking that I was going to buy that logo, and so now I have about 200 gems on the app right now, and I'm going to go for the drops tomorrow. So I want to see where I'm at. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I knew these drops were coming tomorrow too. Like they had already announced it, and then after they announced it, I saw that guy had like 600 of those Peter Quills. I was like, oh, I need another sub 100, and I was like, crap, no, nobody.
Well, and I did the same thing because on that the Galaxy of the Guardians of the Galaxy on that set, when I slept through that drop, and so I had to buy everything on the secondary. And I didn't even realize it, but 3 out of the 6 I got mint number 64. So then I just and then I picked up Groot 64. So now I need 2 of the other ones. I've just been keeping an eye out, and I know that there's ways to figure out who owns it. I just haven't done that yet because I don't want to make try to communicate with somebody and then not have the gems or be able to get it.
Yeah, I feel you.
So.
On the other thing,
I literally put in like $3,500 worth on the app in the last 48 hours. So I think I gotta calm down a little bit.
I understand that 100,000%. And it's like when you have doubles and triples and stuff, it's easy to want to sell those because you want like liquidity. Like, oh, I don't want to put any more money in. And even though like you could, like I could put more money in, but I could, it gets very addicting. This is how I know we will. This is how I know we'll go. And I think we've had a total of, I think just between 4 people, 3 of which that I know, I think we've had like $100,000 go in over the last couple of days.
Oh wow!
Yeah, 2 of which were by whales that I really know. One of which is by this guy that he bought a Donnie because Donnie was listed for like $8,000, and he's like, "Yo."
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I mean
it's like impossible.
That's cool. Oh no, and it's cool. It's a good flex and whatnot, but for $8,000, I'm not buying Donnie. I'm just not gonna. But I mean, and some people, for $8,000, I would pick up, I don't know, partner statue, more Tods. I really like the Tods because, like you say, it's only 2.5%. And I spent a lot on my Todd, so I would like to dollar cost average down.
Yeah.
But that is not on my priority list right now. So tell me, what's going on with the token? I looked at it today and it was at 6.5.
Oh yeah, a buddy of mine put in about 13K yesterday, and he has 200 million OMI now. So I was like,
oh wow,
yeah, he's doing a flex on me. He's like, come on, Randy, stop
messing
around with GrumpyCat. Stop messing around with 4chantoken. I was like, listen, I will catch you, but GrumpyCat's got to go up first. When it does, I'll do some selling. I'll catch him. But yeah, and if he wanted, he could put more in. But this dude has. I mean, I'll have him on the show at some point to explain.
Is it Jordan or not Jordan? Someone else?
Deny who.
Okay, no, it's okay. You're good.
Who he or she is.
No, you're good.
But yeah, the the amount of money that this person has gotten recently, and most of it went into crypto. Like 90% of it went into crypto. So yeah, it's a nice buyer's market. But with the OMI token, so that's what happened short term.
Yeah.
Long term, well, not long term, like the next 6 to 12 months, I will win 2 out of my 3 bets. The 2 bets that I'll win, they're the same bet as whether OMI is going to be a penny or not next year. I obviously will. So that'll be nice. The one that I think I'll lose is I had earlier this year made a bet that will be on a
exchanges.
Yeah, KuCoin, Binance or Coinbase. I do not believe we'll get those this year, so I'll probably lose that. But lose the battle, totally win the war. I want to get up to a penny next year. So
that gives me more time to buy.
Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely start. We'll probably start to move next quarter. Again, it's meme coin season right now. There was somebody. I'll gotta be careful how I say this. That is something needed to be done on a certain project, and it would have cost, I think, like $20,000 to do. And this guy's like, "Oh, it's just 10 ETH. I'll give you that right now." And everyone's like, "What?" and so it's meme coin season, and there's a lot of money being thrown around, and there's a lot of money that's going to be made. You could have one person just decide, like, "Yeah, I'll throw in 10 ETH into this," and then suddenly, again, it pumps, 8 or 10%, and then people that don't like to buy when it's boring and they like to buy when it's exciting and they're chasing the green candles, and because no one's really selling down here. I think people might sell at like 0015 or 002 if they bought down here, because it's like a 3x. So I can picture some people doing that. But I mean, I won't sell at that point because
I'm not selling.
My average is, I think, 0035, something like that. So
that's probably about where I'm at too. 003 for my average. So yeah, no, I'm just.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I'm just still accumulating. I'm just. For me, it's like you said, it's a buyer's market. So it was funny because a guy at work last night, he comes in and he does some crypto stuff. So he's a customer and we were talking a little bit and I told him about the logo and he goes, "Ooh, sell it, make profit." I'm like, "Yeah, no, not doing it." But he's more into buying like Ethereum, Bitcoin, safer things.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand the NFT collectible space. So it's like, no, this is a long-term thing for me. So.
Agreed. There's somebody that I know that just was adding funds for gems, sent the ETH transaction, and they didn't give him credit for it. I just told him to contact support. I'm derping on the website. Is it for the support for Veve?
To put in a ticket?
Yeah.
I don't know the web address, but I've had to put tickets in before, and I just Google Veve support ticket, and it came up.
Okay.
So try that.
Derp, there it is. Help.vv.me. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
That's that was easy. Here you go. That was easy. Okay. We have on the posters. How do you feel about posters in general?
I have a few, not a lot. I wish I would have gotten an email for Fandango, but I didn't buy any movie tickets because that would be amazing. I like the ones I get are the ones for like the Disney thing, what is that one? The Avenger, I don't know, the yellow one. Can't even remember. But I got a couple just to complete some sets and stuff, and I think it'll be great in the showroom. I just don't think that they do well in our market.
Yeah.
People don't, people.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, people just don't. They don't see the value in them, and so normally, depending on what it is, I usually don't go for them on the drop. If it's something that I want, then I'll just pick it up in the aftermarket.
Yeah, and the reason why I asked was because in the history of these Marvel posters, is that you've had the Thor: Love and Thunder ones. Half of them were redeemed, and like a tenth of the ones of the. What's it called? Black Panther ones were redeemed.
Black Panther, yep.
None of them have been redeemed for the Guardians yet. And
I know.
I don't know how many of those we're going to get.
Could you imagine if only like 50 were redeemed? That would be crazy.
Yeah, that'd be one of the scares. Like outside of the Aston Martins and the golden tickets, like that'd be the scarcest. And the one-of-ones, the scarcest thing on the app.
Yeah.
Insane. Speaking of one-of-ones, how many of these artworks do you pay attention to? Like, are they the ones that are like, oh, they're cool, or they're like, I'll never get them, or even if I could get them, that could go to other places?
There's some that I've really liked. I just at this point, I don't want to sell things to try to get it, and that would be the way that I'd have to do it. So right now, I mean, maybe later on when the bull market starts happening on the collectibles and whatnot, and I can start selling some things and having some liquidity, then maybe I will. But right now, I do like some of them, but it's just not financially for me. It's not something that I look into to purchase.
Yeah. So yesterday I had, or maybe it was 2 days ago, I had reported, because there was two people that had reported to me that are really trustworthy, like I trust them, that said, Alex was in Spaces and he confirmed New York Comic Con. So be advised, he did not confirm New York Comic Con.
I was on Spaces. I was on Spaces, and I was going to tell you that he did not confirm it. I heard it, and he said about the potential that they're working on it, but I think it was just misunderstood on how he worded it or something. But yeah, no, he didn't say that they're going for sure.
Yeah, so that was my bad for reporting the fake news. That being said, I'm still pretty sure they're gonna go. Which or events would you like to go to this year? Well,
I'll go to Decon because that's if it's in Anaheim, I'll go to Decon. But I want to go to New York. I want to go to New York Comic Con. I think the tickets go on sale sometime this month, so I have to look into that. But it'll truly depend on my health because I do have a surgery coming up. So if I can plan it right, where it's at the end of my time off work, I would love that because then I'm not taking more time off work. But
Yeah.
I'm still in the process of working that out. So I mean, if I don't, isn't it New York Comic Con the second week in October or something?
I think it's the first weekend in October.
First weekend. So yeah, so like if they schedule me for surgery at the third week in September, I'm not going to be able to go. I'll literally be be in bed for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So.
Let me do is that when it's scheduled for, the third week in September?
No, no. I don't know yet. I'm still waiting to get the consult with the surgeon. So I don't know. But if I could schedule it at the beginning of September, because I'm having 6 weeks off work, then that would be good. So that's what I'm kind of looking at.
Oh yeah, it's actually going to be the 12th to the 15th. So it will be that second. Yeah. All right. Good times.
Yeah. So I'm going. That is my plan. I want to go to New York and I want to go to Decon. Those are the two that I will, that I'm hoping to go to.
New York will be great. Me and Lori Brenner were talking last night about New York, about wanting to have stuff to do, and then she mentioned that maybe Al Kahn would want to do something as well.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. The only issue is like, okay, everyone's gonna want to see him. Like there'd be like 500 people there, and that's just from the Veve fam, not including people at Comic Con.
Oh, so, exactly.
You might have. I don't know. What I was thinking about doing, because me and Brittany we made him a pitch deck for something like, how we did a stream like months back saying, oh, we signed this, and if you bid high on this, Al will sign it for you.
Yeah.
So finally, he did that. Everything was wonderful, but we wanted to do something that was like that, like an Al's Toy Box idea. Made a pitch deck for him. Was like, hey, this is something that'd be really cool. We would just want to, in order to know what we have, so we could promote it, we would really want to get into like your one of your vaults, one of your storage places. I was like, okay. And then I guess he's just like putting a bunch of stuff on the side right now because he's not sure which way he wants to go. But if we could do that at Comic Con, where we have we rent a place out for like 2 days, and we go and we have Al's going to be here, or we just get a couple other people involved that were in Pokemon or in wherever. I feel like that would be really cool.
We could get him to go to Sanjay's wine tasting.
Yeah. So I love Sanjay. I do not like wine. I don't drink the wine.
I know. I was like, I've never been a wine drinker. Not saying that I won't drink it. I mean, I'll enjoy. I like finer things in life, but I would much rather have a mixed drink.
Yes, my man.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, also, Al's like 75 years old. You kind of don't want to go too crazy with him. So well, I guess a wine tasting wouldn't be that bad. That's not that crazy.
No, I wouldn't. And I bet you he can hold his own. He doesn't. You know what I mean?
I'm sure.
Sorry. Oh, he's not looking at my badge. God, sorry. I'm pulling into our parking lot and we have security, and they're lazy. They're lazy. They're supposed to look at our badge when we pull in, and
does he just like know you? He's like, oh, it's her. Like.
No. Well, this one guy does know me, but there's this. No, it's a young kid. He's on his phone, playing on his phone. I mean, I don't care. I'm supposed to be here, but it makes you think on how many people aren't supposed to be here.
Yes. Got to report him to the authorities.
Oh, I'm not doing that. Oh, I'm not going to risk that.
Speaking of people that are stacking, this one guy stacked 184 bat signals, and I was like, oh my god, that's so much. Like, I don't know. Do you have anything that you've gotten that's obscure?
I've got for comics, I have over 100 New Mutants. Which one is it? First appearance of Deadpool. That one. I have over 100 of those, and then I have first appearance of Doctor Strange. Stranger Tales 110, I think it is. I have, I think, 70 of those.
Nice.
Yeah, with the intention of them, hopefully going up so I can sell. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
But on the collectible side, no. I don't have like an abundance. I mean, maybe 10 of something, but nothing like that.
Yeah. So what do you make of fine art like Banksy? Because you have David Yu that had mentioned Banksy this morning, said it'll
Yep.
be released via Metacom, and it'll be released after the waitlist is up and running. Is that something that you would go and buy, depending on the mintage? How much would you pay for it? Or do you like, hey, fine art is cool, but I'm more into like the, Disney stuff
Um,
or whatever?
so I am more into the Disney stuff, but I did get the Patrick Hughes, the
Oh,
3D
nice.
art, not only the first set, not the second set. I got the first ones. I I mean, I did like those, but um, you know, you're only going to have so much wall space. I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean,
Yeah.
I got 700 comics and 500 collectibles. So if it's all of art, where are you going to put it all?
That's why you
So
get two houses.
get two houses. When we buy land, we
Yeah, two
subdivide
pieces
it.
of
When
land.
we get land and then we subdivide it into two parcels.
I'm gonna get so many of like that's what OMI's
Oh,
like when I sell OMI, a
okay,
lot of it's
Randy,
gonna
look,
go to land.
look. Okay, look, watch. Can you see her? Do you see the lady?
I
Hold
the
on.
lady that walked behind the car.
Yeah, yeah. That's our security, the little old lady.
That's your security?
That's one of them. Yeah. Is that funny?
Oh, that is no, that's not. It's not funny. That's it's dangerous.
Well, that's probably why she's working day shift because
Yeah.
people literally, we have a problem in this area of people taking, God, what are those things called? It's, something underneath the car. They take it out. God, what is it? And they scrap it. Um, God, I can't even remember what it's called, but I don't know. One day that security saw these three guys coming in. One of them literally had a jack to jack up cars. So a converter, a Cadillac converter. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And they were literally jacking up people's cars, trying to steal these Cadillac converters out of people's cars. So, yeah, that's the area I work in.
Uh, you gotta move, fam. You gotta. Oh yeah. So
I
you
know.
you did mention that you were thinking about at some point moving. What
Yeah, Arizona probably. It's looking like Arizona. My friend that I would rent a place with, she applied at a casino down there, and after my surgery and once she gets in, then I'll probably apply.
Okay. Have you ever heard about the Phoenix Lights?
No.
Um, so apparently what it was is that at some point actually I gotta Google this because I was like I tried to ask FamM about it, but FamM's not like from there. Like she
Right.
just moved there.
Right.
So let me Google this real quick. Phoenix.
It'll be fun if I move there, though. There's lots of people down there.
Yeah, I want to move down there too, just for the fam. Just for the
Right.
All right, so the Phoenix Lights, sometimes called lights over Phoenix, were a series of widely sighted, unidentified flying objects observed in the skies over southwestern states of Arizona and Nevada in March of 1997. And then the government was just like, no, it was just, I don't know, the government made up some lie because that's what they
Right.
do. I don't know. Whenever I get like 3 in the morning on TikTok, it's either scary or like conspiracy theory stuff. And I just like that type of stuff. Do you have any reservations about going somewhere where the lore is like, oh, chupacabra, or you're in like Washington, right? Is there like Bigfoot sightings up near you?
Yeah. People say, yeah.
Oh, there are.
I mean, people talk about that, like up in the national forest and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, have you ever met anyone that is like? I feel like there's a certain type of people like, oh yeah, I saw Bigfoot, and it's like, okay, no, you didn't. But then there are some people that are just like, listen, if there was ever anything that could have been Bigfoot, this was it because, X, Y, and Z. Like, have you read any of those people that are like, I think they're telling the truth?
No.
No.
No. I mean, and we have a different. Um, I mean, we have every type of culture here. I mean, especially where I work, there are lots of cultures. But even where down by where I live, there's a lot of eccentric type of people. they're kind of go with the flow. I mean, we like one of our state colleges is called Evergreen State, and that's and it's a good school, but it's very student based, student taught. It's it's not there's an instructor, but it's very much student involved. And
Party school.
well, yeah, and it's like when I was growing up, we call the students greeners, for Evergreen. But they were like just different. They were very like hippie style, very laid back, go with the flow. And that's like my granddaughter. She was even talking to me. Oh, we're gonna go to Evergreen. Me and her and her friend, because then they're gonna do nails, right? She's 8. I said, oh, you're gonna go to a state college to do nails. So I had to explain to her you have to do research and all that. But getting back to the other subject matter, but I am I'm a very private person. I mean, I'll tell if somebody asks me, I'm not going to lie, I'll tell them, but I don't just, my friends, my group that I connect with, you're either in or you're not. I have very limited friends, and it's not because, I don't want friends. I do. Which is why I like the community so much, because they're very welcoming. It's just I've had some things go on in the past, so I'm very cautious on who I let in. And here, some of the people, I mean, they're pretty crazy. I'm sure it's everywhere, but I mean, there was a guy, last night at work, it was crazy. I mean, I don't know what he was on, but he was on something.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, and it's a cool laid back area. I do love it here. Like the weather right now is great. It's 80 degrees, it's great. But during the winter, I got my air conditioner on. But yeah, that's funny. It's 80 degrees. I'm wearing a hoodie and I got my butt warmers on. So, but Brooklyn, my middle granddaughter, she even asked, why am I wearing a hoodie? It's because when I get off work, it's 2 a.m. and it's cold. So, and I'm wearing my work shirt underneath. I can't be on live stream with my work shirt.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it keeps me out of trouble.
Yeah, I feel you. And okay, the reason why I ask is I know that in Arizona, at least parts of Arizona, you have some of those Indian reservations, and with those can come. I've heard some horror stories with that, where like most notably is this truck driver that was on Reddit, and he just said, "Listen, I was I've driven all over the states, and I drove through an Indian reservation. I was getting gas, and there was a lady screaming in like past behind the gas station in the woods, like doing whatever." And he had asked the gas counter clerk, I was like, "Do you hear that? Do that?" And the guy's like, "It's not a lady." And he's like, "What? Like, what do you mean?" He's like, we don't go out there when stuff like that." And he's like, "What do you mean?" And like the dude is Native American, so I guess, and I forget what it would be called.
Like supernatural type stuff.
Yeah, supernatural type stuff. Yeah. And I just I don't know, that type of stuff kind of worries me.
All right, so
like a major city.
Now this is getting out of my comfort zone. Okay, I'm going to tell you a story, and I don't want anybody to be sad or because this happened a long time ago. But so I had a son that passed away, and it was he would be 28 years old this year, and he passed away when he was 2 months old. He was premature, so he had a lot of stuff against him. Well, my home that I own now. My dad owned before, and that's where we're living. And my son passed away in that house of sins. So, I was 21 when he passed away, and I was very angry, for a long time, and, very angry at God, whatnot. Why would they take, very, very angry. Well, then, one day my dad told me so my son would make this weird sucking noise. And the night he passed away, I was like, this is crazy because he's letting me sleep. And it wasn't that he had passed away. But he would wear he was like sucking all the time. And my dad, after he'd passed, probably about 3 or 4 months, because he could see that I was having a hard time, he told me that he could still hear my son in that house. And it went on for probably about 2 years that he could hear him. And it wasn't just my dad, it was my stepmom too. So that is some, I never heard it. And very frustrated why I couldn't hear it. But that was personal experience with my family hearing something that wasn't there.
Yeah, my you remind well, yeah, something else I'll tell you about you later, but that reminds me, my cousin Lauren had her mom had passed away like last year, a couple of years ago, I think, and in her kitchen, because she now lives in the place where her mom used to live,
Yep.
with her boyfriend, and there's this little tiny chair in the kitchen, like a tiny like rocking chair that's meant for like a kid, and it was
Yep.
hers, and her mom had kept it, and her boyfriend was, and he seems like a straight shooter.
Right.
Her boyfriend told her that every now and then the chair just starts rocking by itself.
Mm-hmm.
There's no wind, everything's closed, and it's like, I think it's your mom trying to like freak me out. And she's just like, yeah, sounds like her. Yeah, things
happen.
I don't know. Could be supernatural. It could be maybe a glitch in the matrix. Like, hey, if this is all computer code, well, there's going to be glitches. There's going to be bugs. There's going to be things that, and I don't know what to think. I don't know.
Yep. Yeah. Computer code. I remember. Yeah.
Oh, when I was talking about that one time on the.
Mm-hmm. I do.
So on top of that, some other news. David did announce in the live stream this morning that there will be a new gold and silver logo for the gold and silver logo holders, which will be airdropped.
Well, he didn't say airdropped. He said that they haven't figured out how they're going to do it, if they're going to airdrop it, or if you have to be at an event.
Okay, gotcha. He still he doesn't know how they exactly will do it, but they will get one gold and one silver new logo. Oh, okay, that'd be cool.
Yeah. And then he didn't. He also did not say if it would be matching mint numbers, anything like that. He didn't go into specifics on that.
Yeah. I shared it. Oh, so Lori texted me about that thing that I'd read before. And she says the logo is the very essence of Veve, with the owner's signature, and personalized it. So it's no random IP. This value is 100% dependent on the Veve team in the community. So if the team is, not good, and the leadership is not good, why would you want to hold it? So please share that if you bring it up on stream, and if anyone happens to accept the offer, send me a text. Okay. So that goes. I guess she's offering that to anyone that has a logo.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not selling my logo.
So some people are stacking your Gwen Stacy. This guy has 7 Gwen Stacy secret rares.
I know. And, I got lucky. I got 4 on the drop, and the first 3 were commons, and my last one before, because I would have got more on the drop, but the last one was my secret rare, and then it was sold out. I couldn't get any more.
Yeah. I'm jealous. I had I don't know if you were on somebody has 35 of the commons. They'd be going hard.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the stream where I saw a rare number 192 for like $125, and I was like, I should get it. And then I didn't get it, and then I went to go get it, and then somebody bought it. I was like, nah.
You shouldn't second guess yourself.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? No, like I wanted to save it for the Happy Tree Friends drop. And and then like, yeah, I should have got that. Like, I've thought about that every day since then.
Well, it's kind of like the logo. I mean, I've been wanting that ever since it came out. I wanted it, and so that night we were talking, and God, I was like trying to rationalize spending that money, because I could have used it on other things for sure. And I told myself it was there when I got home. I'm getting it, and I did. And then when I woke up and like everything's exploding, it's just crazy how one thing can do that. Just like you and that. It's just, yeah. No, I'm excited. I like it.
That guy who had bought the Donnie for $8K, he has he says now he's moving on to Amazing Spider-Man 252 Secret Rare.
Oh,
and
wow,
those are very scarce.
Yeah, they are.
But somebody found his page. He's got 1 million MCP points, and he's at level 58. So he's got a lot of.
That's
doesn't have
good.
that many collectibles, only 600.
Because I think I'm almost I know I'm at level 44. I'm almost to 55 or 45.
Nice.
That'll happen. I think I'm over. God, how many am I at? 400,000 MCP points, I think.
Probably, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, almost 500,000, I think, maybe. I don't know. I'm averaging about 800. Like, I looked at it this morning. I got 800 and something points, 872 points for the last 24 hours. But I made that big purchase, so I think I average about 750 a day.
Yeah, I think I do the same. Give or take.
Yeah.
The Go Collect had reported Adam West's Batman and Burt Ward's Robin crime-fighting outfit from the 1960s series had sold for $615,000. So when people go and they say like, "Oh, $2,000 is too much money," it's like, guys, people are spending six figures, like over $500,000 on certain collectibles.
Well, and it's funny because I was telling my daughter's fiance about. I'd already told her that I got the logo and stuff, and I was trying to explain it to him, and he's like, "You spent what on a picture just to show it on your phone?" And he's young. I mean, they're in their 20s, and I'm like, "Don't you understand Web3? Don't you understand metaverses?" And he's like, "What?" And I said, "The Oculus glasses. When you put well, yeah." I said, "One day you're going to see the company I invested on that thing." And he's like, "Really?" I mean, it's funny how even some young people don't understand. They have no clue. So yeah, he's like, "I would never spend $3,000. I know, but you wait. I'm going to be in New York, hang out with Sanjay and Randy and Silicone and everybody, and not everybody else is going to do that. Oh, Magic. Yeah, we're all going to be there." Yeah. So it's fun. Yeah.
And your son-in-law is like, I don't know who these people are. Stop.
Yeah, no, he don't. Well, he knows. He knows you because of the because of streaming and stuff. And Bentley always, whenever I'm getting ready to go on, like when we were talking when you were helping me the other day, she's like, "Oh, are you online? Can I come? Can I visit?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, she's going to be the one that's really into it." But
have her make a YouTube channel.
You know what? My friend keeps telling me, "God, you should do this." You know, I'm like, maybe if I move to Arizona, and because if I move to Arizona, I'm not going to do my current position. I'll go back to dealing poker part time. And then I could have more time. Then maybe I would do it. But we'd have to get it with her on. She would absolutely love it.
I feel like there's a lot more that you could do, and like even if there's some things that you wouldn't do that you could get like the kids to do. Like for example, like when I was younger, me and my friend Chris, we used to tie a rope around one of us. Let's say he'd tie a rope around me, and I would get a big running start, and I would pull him as he would hold onto a rope on his skateboard, and he would go off a ramp, and we would like crash into garbage pails to see like who could make the most awesome crash. And like I would not do that now because I would get very hurt. But when you're a kid, I feel like you could do this amazing, awesome, fun stuff, and it's like, and you'll be fine.
I remember as a kid, we used to put mattresses on the ground and jump off of a roof to jump on a mattress.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not doing that now. I get broken.
Yeah, we'll die now, but back in the day.
Yeah, when we had no fear. I mean, you won't even go on a zip line, for goodness sake.
I see. You don't just get hurt if you fall from a zip line. You'll die. Like I have no problem getting hurt. I've been good clawed, bitten. Like I used to work in the veterinary field. I have no problem getting hurt. But now at this point in my life, when I'm just on the precipice of being this super rich, awesome, like I don't want to die just before that happens. Like just before things get good. You ain't catching my brown ass doing that.
Oh my God. You just put images I didn't need to have. No. Oh goodness.
Reminds me of 2018 when I had my appendix taken out, and they had given me some like Percocet, and I was feeling really good, and like you need to move around,
Yep.
or else you're gonna get too like stiff. You got to heal. I was like, okay. And then the nurse like, oh, let me tie your gown. I was like, no, it's fine.
Oh yeah.
And then I did like a lap, and they're like, we're gonna before you do another lap, we're gonna have to tie this. Like, listen, at the time I was like 27. I was like, my ass is about as good as it's ever gonna get. Let me have this. So I did another lap. I was like, I'm really hungry. Can I like order pizza? And they're like, no, you just like got out of like surgery. You gotta like, rest a little
Liquid
bit
diet.
beforehand. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure there's a subreddit called Patients That Make Me Drink. And I'm too scared to go and search that because I'm pretty sure I'm on that. It's where a bunch of nurses go and they post videos and photos.
That's funny.
I don't even know if you're supposed to do that, but
probably not. I mean, HIPAA, I would imagine. Yeah. I mean, they're not giving out information; they're just telling their experience. But yeah,
true. Oh, so there's a guy named Florash Design. I don't know who that is, but he says, in the next 30 years, it's very possible that Miles Morales can be the more commonly known Spider-Man than Peter Parker. The cultural impact he's having as a legacy character is unlike any other to exist. And it had 6.5 million views or impressions on it on Twitter. I was like, whoa.
I know, and I don't own any of those. I'm kind of bummed.
Yeah, I don't own any of those either.
Yeah, I went for the drop. I was in Vegas. I went for the drop, but I didn't get it. I was pretty bummed.
When was the drop? That wasn't in January, was it?
No, I was October.
Oh, right.
October, because I was in Vegas for 5 days for a conference.
Yeah, nice. When's the next time you're going back to Vegas?
Oh God, I don't have any. Unless I'm probably not until next year, unless a group of us meet up or something.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, the last couple of times I went for my birthday, and then I went for the conference in October, and then this last time I went for a tournament in a specific. I mean, I've gone for specific things. So unless something, I mean, if I was going to go, I'd be there right now during the World Series.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you go for that?
Because I don't have no vacation time. I gotta have surgery, 4 to 6 weeks off work.
That's true. It's a good point.
Yeah, no time. I mean, no time off until after that. I mean, even for decon, Comic-Con, I won't have. That's why I'm trying to plan the surgery at the beginning, like the second week of September. So then it's at the tail end of my recovery. So then I can still go. But
what will you be able to do? Like, will you be able to walk around for a few hours, or do you be like, hey, I'm gonna need to sit down?
From what I'm told, the first 2 weeks I'll basically be in bed. I won't be doing anything, and then I mean it's a healing process. No bending, lifting. I mean, I'm not even supposed to do that now. Picking things up. Yeah, so it's just and it just depends on the severity, I guess, when I go. But they said commonly 4 to 6 weeks, and that's I mean, I know that I won't be doing extracurricular activities for a while, they said. So, I mean.
Yeah, so no.
Yeah. I heard 8 weeks. I heard you have to wait 8 weeks before
any go into the gym or anything.
Oh, I can't even do that. Yeah, no going to the gym, no lifting, no.
So you said 8 weeks
nothing.
Before, okay.
Yeah, before any extracurriculars, gym, anything. So, and I can't even do that now. They told me I had to stop going to the gym, so I haven't been to the gym for a couple months. Yeah,
that's rough.
I know.
I was worried about not getting in shape in time for the movie later this year, and then the writer's strike happened, and they're like, "Yeah, you're gonna have a couple extra months." It's like, God damn it. So I mean, I guess it's good, but
that is. Yeah. All right, my dear. I do gotta go because the shuttle's here to pick me up to take me to work, and I gotta clock in at about 10 minutes. So I will. We'll talk soon.
Go.
All right. Hey, and don't forget, you got to tell me whatever it was you're going to tell me later.
Oh, it wasn't that big of a thing. So you mentioned when you're telling your story. Oh, I was 21 when that happened, but then you said my son would be 28 years. So you're 49.
48.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, 48. I know I'm old.
You don't look 48.
I know. People tell me that all the time. It's and it makes and I tell them it's great because then when I'm 60, maybe I'll look like I'm 40. You know, 45.
Sanjay the other day, he didn't know I was 32. I was like, "You're 32?" I was like, "How old do you think I was?" Like, "Man, I thought you were older than that." I was like, "How much older, Sanjay?" So, yeah.
That's funny.
Well, anyway, you go to work. You go to But
all right, I'll talk to you later, hon.
all right.
Okay,
Peace.
bye-bye. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Randy. All right. So we got a bunch of we have some more news to go over. I guess I could go over that tomorrow because I got a lot of. All right. Yeah, I'll go over the rest of the news tomorrow. And then we will get to the comments right now because it's been an hour 35. Oh, where was I? I think when Veve changes the KYC policy, we'll see a lot of the new users. Yes, agreed. It sucks that you have to like getting my new whale to do KYC was not fun. He did it, and now he's happy as a pig in shit. He's going and puts like $1,000 a week into Veve. I was like, my God, dude, he goes so hard. But yeah, once you don't have to KYC for this, yeah, it's over. People are like, yeah, done. It says agreed. Kurt Lang says, hey, Randy. Hi, Kurt. Super VBK says, yo, dude, Rick and Morty is actually badass. We need we need you. Listen, I heard people made a lot of money with Rick and Morty recently. Or I think there's two of them. One's called Rick, one called Morty. But you know, when I go into something, I don't just put in like $20 or $100. Like in GrumpyCat, I put in $7,000. I don't. Maybe fireworks. I'm really hoping fireworks. I live in the ghetto, so it could very well be. I don't have the ghetto ear though. You know, where you can distinguish between, oh, that's a car backfiring. Oh, it's a firework. Oh, it's a gunshot. Oh, it's a Mac 10. You know, I don't really have that. I feel like I should. Anyway, you know, 4chan will be putting a lot of money into. You know, I don't just want to put like 500 here, 500 there. Like when I go in, I really want to go in, and I don't really know anything about Rick and Morty, or the tokens, so I don't know who's behind it. And I'm not saying like, oh, it's, you know, bad people behind the project. I just don't know who's on the project. I'm not going to go into anything where I'm not heavily researching in beforehand. My friend Dan said to me, Dan's been on podcast. Daniel Hardwick, he's my mentor. When I was first going into the high risk lending thing, he'd be like, listen, if me and Lou are going into a deal, you don't have to worry about it. You know, it's a good deal. So I would tell Tammy, or I would tell Dashi, I'd be like, hey, listen, if I'm going into a project, it's fine. You know, you're probably going to be fine. Again, I'll tell that to Dashi, or I'll tell that to any of my friends. I can't tell that to anyone on YouTube or Twitter. But I would tell that to Dashi and everyone. Smarty Pants, do you think the sudden drop in 4chan price overnight is just due to someone selling off profit when it pumped a couple days ago? Yeah. And again, before you're on exchanges, you know, when you just have Uniswap, that's what it is. It'll go up at some point, but again, it seems they've been teasing GrumpyCat. They've been teasing exchanges for GrumpyCat for a while, so like, you know, they're coming. 4chan is like, they're working very diligently, and I will be helping them in the future do some stuff. I mean, I'm already, you know, kind of making videos about it and mentioning them a lot because I really like them. And I really like the project, but that's going to be more of a slow burn, where it'll go, where 4chan will go, we'll start over here, and then it'll start to go up, where GrumpyCat will be like, but yeah, that's fine. Michael Campbell says, congrats on the secret rare sleeping hat. Well, thank you. Oh, dude, it's so good, right? It's like, one of my it's easily my favorite hat I think that I've ever had, even though this guy has seen its time. This is definitely some of the best, in my opinion. But you know, just my opinion. Now, I still think collectibles will go up first for arbitrage for OMI. Yes, I do. It'll start to happen in late Q3, but definitely by Q4. I mean, I see it already. I mean, and it's just going to be with certain collectibles, like Luke Skywalker, secret rare, that's going to go up a lot. The partner statue going to go up a lot. The Riso going to go up a lot. Like a lot of these grails, the ones that are really well known, and these are just collectibles, not including the comics. AF-15, that is the best comic on this app, in my opinion. And then you know, you have MC1, and then you have Fantastic Four #1, Fantastic Four #5. When you have OMI to NFT, yeah, these way up. Kimberly Lingo says, hello, Master Randy. Oh, hello, Jimbo Lingo. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, when these will go up first, the collectibles, I believe. Because again, the only thing that OMI is going to have for it to kind of pump a little bit is really just going to be a little bit of utility. I really don't think it gets exchanges. Maybe Q4, and if they are, they're probably going to be tier C collectible, tier C exchanges. I don't think we're getting like the big ones this year. But yeah. As I impulsively picked up 7 flakies this evening, so cheap, scarce, and with a decent following, animated and more scarce than most mighties and cheaper. Yeah, agreed. And I love the mighties. I'm like the Marvel Mighty Master. Hold on. I try you. I don't. I don't do that. I don't have that. I don't. Oh no! I hate it when you go to swipe on something and then you accidentally swipe on something that has like 13 notifications. I don't even know what I was doing. Okay. You said it's flaky, right? Oh, let me go to the Happy Tree Friends set on my stuff right here. Do you ever feel like a misfit? Everything inside you is dark and twisted. Oh, but all right, Flaky is an ultra rare. There's only 850 of him. Oh my God, it's only $23. It's below retail. That is very, very cheap. And you can, okay, all right, we're gonna try the sub 100s here. So $23, right? So you can get a number 86 for $50. That's barely 2x the price. And then you can get a sub 100 or a sub 50 for 104. Heckin' wild. Heckin' wild. Yeah, you love flaky. I'm gonna go over a couple of these real quick. That was the ultra rare. Let's do the secret rare. Let's do handy. Get it? It has no hands. Wow, it's $83 for handy. That's very, very low. And the sub 100, I mean, there's so few of him in general, so the sub 100s, you can get one for 140. And then, yeah, 140. Then a sub 150, it's a lot. Or sub 50 is a lot. We'll try Lumpy next. Lumpy is the bull moose with the, whatever attached. $17 floor. And his sub 100, get one for 59. Oh, you can get a number 73 for $40. Now, granted, that does look like it's from a bot, Atala. So I wouldn't get that just because I don't like to support any bots. I get a number 46 for 95. And then I want to try Flippy again. Flippy, because it is the most common one, $10 per one. But out of the $10, we'll try sub 100 here. Let's see what they are. All right, you can get one for 55, 54, 49, $49. You can get a sub 100 for. To be number 80, and I'll totally do that. I mean, I already have 3 sub 100s, but it's only 59 of him that are sub 100. Oh, Tammy, nice. Oh, yes, meow, 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 meow. Smart Boy says Thanos secret rare gonna moon. David hinted he loved that. Yeah, it's a really big thing for Veve and David and Marvel. It's really big. So I would say Thanos secret rare is probably gonna go well for him. Yeah. And a little chilly out, so I'm gonna go and shut off the fan. I don't need the fan on. I think Thanos Figueroa will do really well also. Legacy Marina says, yo, fam, huge steps ahead tomorrow. Big steps. I can't wait for him. Figueroa Thanos is king of grails. I mean, he's going to be really cool. And I would think he would go for several hundred, like $600-700. I mean, the people that have him just might not sell. Some of them will. Some people will. But if you're burning, again, you had to light like $1,400 on fire to get him. I think the Philosopher Thanos will maybe be like $100, but that secret rare Thanos, yeah, that's going to be a lot. I'm really curious of that dude that had sacrificed his Miles Morales. I kind of want that Thanos. If you sacrifice your Miles Morales, I want that one. Jordan Riz says, Randy, yo, what up, Jordan? What up? What up? Only going to smash 0007 soon. Exciting. Someone been buying it all up. Yes, somebody has. Mark Gillespie says, isn't the MCP or staking meant for bonuses or advantages, not holding a Veve logo? Well, the MCP is for everyone. The only staking that you really have right now is SquidCat, which is staking the what's that called? Staking the gold dragon, and that's really just a community-driven thing. That's not from Veve. That's just from him. That just gives away OMI for staking that. But I mean, holding a Veve logo that already has utility. I don't know if holding a Veve logo maybe will give you extra MCP points or extra staking points, something like that. I don't know. But there's a lot of utility with that already, and you're going to get more in the future. Dan, thank you for the super chat. I know I addressed this before, but I'll address again when you say any inside info of the Tim Cook announcing a Veve partnership with their Apple glasses next week. Thanks. You know, Apple and Veve already have a really good relationship. You know, Veve has made Apple tens of millions of dollars over the last few years. I know with Apple being a multi-trillion-dollar company, tens of millions, but that's not a small amount. Like tens of millions of dollars is quite a lot, especially when as Apple you don't have to do anything. Like you literally just exist and you get that fee, which I really don't agree with. I really don't think they should get that much. But you know they are, and as far as I mean, Tim Cook he's not dumb. He's incredibly intelligent. So he knows that the Veve fam is insane. They are not like Apple fanboys. Well, some of them are even more. I don't know. Some of us are go hardcore on Veve more than Apple people go on. Yeah, we spend more money on Veve than people do on Apple. But like I'm not saying the whole as a community. Again, Apple's a multi-trillion-dollar company, but if you take from person to person, like how much Apple stuff can you buy? Yes, you can buy the new headset for like $3,000. Yes, you can buy an iPod and an iPad and you have an iPhone, and maybe you could spend $30,000 on a bunch of stuff, you know, a computer. Okay, how many people? But again, that like how many people do that? Really not a lot. You have a bunch of people here that person to person are probably spending more on Veve stuff and OMI than the normal person does on Apple, even if they prefer Apple over something else. But that being said, I think that would be a little too wonderful if Tim Cook announced something or even Veve was part of the showcase. I just don't believe that to be happening. It just again, Vive's great and will do great things and will continue working with Apple, but I just the announcement on Monday, I don't think it's going to involve Veve. That's just my opinion. I will gladly eat my words if I'm wrong. But again, just my opinion. But I actually wouldn't be surprised if Veve was in the Apple demo. I have like a 0.1% little glimmer of hope, like maybe, but we don't know. NFT Me News says bullseye. Yo, what up? What up? Furocomey says Randy, your secret sleeping hat is fire. Congratulations, brother, on landing one. Well, thank you. Dude, I love it as well. It's like the most perfect piece of hat that I have ever gotten, and I love him for it. Don't sell the number 41. I mean, if somebody wants to buy it right now for $69,420, you know, they can totally do that. And the funny thing is now, like people they wouldn't do that now because hey, bear market, everything's down. But this is not what I would charge in a bull market. In a bull market, I would not sell this for less than $100,000, the number 41 logo, because at that point when I have, you know, like millions, like okay, I don't need to sell that. And even 100,000 might be a little too low. Because then once everyone that has a little bit of OMI, you know, suddenly they have hundreds of thousands or even $1 million, and like, yeah, I don't get the number 41. You know, I think 100,000 is, you know, if I spent $80,000 on a Pokemon card, which was not, you know, a one of one, there was 12 of them out there. The number 41 is number 41, and that was years ago that I spent that. Okay, well, somebody buying the number 41 logo at 100K is really not outside the realm of possibility. So maybe I'll put it like $420,000, $69, give or take. Yeah. Sold your Veve logo, you can get 200 million OMI. I don't think I could. Hold on 1 second here. 200 million times 0.00. 061. I don't think I could sell it for 122,000 right now. I think it would be like less than half of that I could sell it for if I wanted to. Which is, I could. Oh, I think you mean that I could get my collection to 200 million. Yeah, definitely. But I don't want to sell the logo for that. The Veve wouldn't have released the logo unless something is brewing. In my opinion, logo is priceless. Yes, agreed. I will be getting more. That says, thanks for reminding me. I have to grab the thing. Julie, do the thing. Z's let Randy speak. Yo, what up, Z? What says driving while streaming doesn't work well? Yeah, she's in a bad area. But is good now. Tony Dolce says, Randy, I would have helped you out with the website, that Winnie the Pooh movie. Save the $10 for me. No, too late. I'm behind on the video. Oh, you're good. You're good, Pam. You good. You Gucci, bro. T-Rex Italy poster comment, only 37. Whoa. Been talking about scarce. That is very, very scarce. That's actually, yeah, wow. That's like yeah, it's wild. This Planet Rob says, what? I search your name and you've been live. Yeah, man, I've been live for almost 2 hours now. Waitlist system. Let's get it. I love this game. Energy's good vibes. I'm good. Yeah, I'm feeling all right, baby. I'ma have the best heck not. Collect one special mint or 100 random. Do you prefer special? Well, okay, so that really depends what you're talking about. Let's say like I don't know, like a Lady Deadpool, right? So Lady Deadpool has 13,000 mints. So what do you get if you get 100 mints? Well, if you get 100 mints, you don't even have 1% of the supply. 1% would be 130. And it's like, okay, that's a lot. And just to get 1%. I think for something like Lady Deadpool or a lot of the Mighties that have, like, well, Spider-Gwen, she's very, very, very popular. But for things that have like 13,000 mints, over 10,000 mints, at that point, just get the special mints, because everyone's going to have a random 4-digit, 5-digit mint, even a 3-digit. But to get a 2-digit mint, or to get a 420 or 111, 666, 1234, etc., those are going to be very, very hard to get, and those are going to be the chase ones for that. Mm-hmm. Yo. Sorry, something here real quick. So take it. Yep. Hard time. Yep. Bad. I know. Want. Throw that. Talk with this journey. Okay. Maybe 10. Yeah. It'd probably just be somewhere in the middle, because would I rather have? And let's do something that maybe doesn't have 10,000 mints. Let's do something that has maybe half that. Let's say like Ant-Man. Okay. Do I want 10 Ant-Man? Because Ant-Man that has 4,200 mints or 4,110. Do I want 10 random mints of Ant-Man, or do I want a sub 100 Ant-Man? Well, there's only 59 sub 100. Well, that's Ant-Man's really good. But I would rather have one. I'd rather have a special mint, one special mint, as opposed to 10 Ant-Man. Where this breaks down, I think, is when you get really scarce. Like, let's say Namor. What would you rather have? Would you rather have a sub 100 Namor, or would you rather have 3 random Namors? Okay, well, Namor, there are no, like, this is 3-digit. Okay, everything is at least a 3-digit, if not less. There are no 4-digit mints for Namor. Or I think there might be. There might be one that's actually just 1,000. So there might be one 4-digit mint, which might be really special. But would you rather have a sub 100, or would you have 3 randoms? At that point, because the sub 100 Namor is maybe double. I don't even think double the price of Namor. Namor is like $125. Let's do this right now. We could do this math right now. We could go take a look. Oh, I got to go past that. I went too far. Nope, I'm on that one. That's the wrong one. All right, there we go. Wakanda forever. Namor is at $128 right now for the floor. The cheapest sub 100 you can get is 270. So if you double 128 and you get 256, let's lower that 270 down to 256 and say that's the thing. Okay, well, I would rather have 3 floors 3 random mints of Namor as opposed to a sub 100, because at that point the sub 100s aren't really like oh, they're super scarce. It's like, okay, well, there's no 4-digit ones. There's only 3-digit ones, and the difference in price between a sub 100 and a random mint isn't that much. It's barely 2x the price. So at that point, I would say give me like 3 Namors. Definitely give me 10. So it really depends on the collectible. Same thing with, let's say, even a less popular character, let's say like Beta Ray Bill. Beta Ray Bill's and now granted that's a secret rare, not ultra rare. But even though there's still more mints, there's not that much of a difference for sub 100 than there is a random one. So it really depends on the collectible. Mr. Planet Rob says, in the UK, we don't have Bigfoot, but we have Gruffalo? Like Mark Gruffalo? Oh, Mark Ruffalo. Mark Gruffalo. Oh, if you say it real quickly, Mark Ruffalo, it sounds like you're saying McGruffalo. In the UK, we don't have... okay, what is a Gruffalo? We gotta... Okay, we're gonna go to Google here. Gruffalo. 2X. A book by Julia Donaldson. I don't think this is this like Where the Wild Things Are? Oh, well, yeah, it's a Gruffalo is a thing. It's a thing. Mm-hmm. Lady friend be texting me. Okay, hold on. So does no. All right, hold on 1 second here. Because we got something that's important that I have to text out. Smart Buy says, the real Randy Chavez. Do you know T-Rex Italy posted comment only has 37 ever forever minted? I did not until a few minutes ago. Yeah, that is super scarce. Hunter Robinson. Can we use MCP points tomorrow? You cannot tomorrow. Tomorrow's just to test out the wait list, and we'll get other stuff. We'll be able to use MCP points in the future. Tomorrow's just the wait list. Heck the bots. Heck the botters. What will the logo you're going for be tomorrow? I mean, I don't have enough money for the set. I mean, I actually do, but I don't. Oh, hey, Pro the Does. GrumpyCat coin update. Tier 1 law firm legal letter coming soon. CEX listings coming soon. Feeling extra grumpish. I feel like we've heard soon for 2 weeks now, and it's like, okay, oh well, Chavez, you're so patient with Veve. Why aren't you patient with other things? But like, we're not dealing with like, this is why I love GrumpyCat. I have 7K in. Well, I put 7K in. It's not 7K right now. Veve being slow, yeah, got to deal with a bunch of licenses. I understand with GrumpyCat, you have to deal with some exchanges. I'm waiting for it to go. I'm finally super early on a project, got in an under $10 million market cap. It's going to go much higher. I'm waiting. I'm giving them till the end of the month. There's nothing by the end of the month. Take it out. I'm going all in on 4chan. But again, I wouldn't say that unless I was very positive that we weren't going to have some really good things happening within the next week, maybe within the next couple of days. But yeah. But the logo that I'm going for tomorrow, let's take a look. See here. Well, I mean, I'm gonna get the first drop. The first Veve logo, VEVE, because that's only $8, and I only have $11. Then the other one. Now it's a blind box, but they're all. I'm gonna go for it. But they're all very scarce. So you have 909, 798. So we have. Why is eBay open? Why is that open? What's the last one? The secret rare is very scarce, about 777. So it's really 687. So out of 2394, if we break open the calculator, we multiply by 8, it's only $19,000 for that one. And then obviously it's another for the first one. Oh, for the first one, they're taking a lot. And they're not. So the total additions, there were 1111. Same kind of combination idiot would have on his luggage. Comment down below if you get that reference. It's a Gilmore Girls reference also, not just Spaceballs. Anyway, you would have 1,021, but it's not. They're not taking 90. They're taking away 200, 192. I'm sorry, 208, because it is at 919. So we really don't have a ton of those. It's less than 1,000. Either way, let's say you make about 27,000 on the drop tomorrow. That's legit. That's legit. What up, Mr. Pound Profit? But I'll try to. I'll go for the drops. I don't know. Whatever I get, I get. You know. Wiley says, "Yo, yo, yo. What up?" Mr. Planet Rob says, "His eyes are orange. His tongue is black. His purple prickles all over his back. Where are you meeting him? Here by this lake. And his favorite food is scrambled snake. Scrambled snake." So that's the Gruffalo. That reminds me of the song, "He's there in the dark, he's there in my heart, he waits in the wings, he's gotta play a part. Trouble is a friend, yeah, trouble is a friend." Oh. Question, same comic. Which are you buying at the same price? Common 4-digit or uncommon 3-digit? I mean, the common ones are generally a little bit more coveted. Yeah, I would say common 4-digit, just because the covers are the ones that people really like. They put more stock in that. That being said, 3-digit uncommon. If it's a super low 3-digit, you definitely want to get that one. If it's the same price. If it's a super low, like if it's like 919, maybe go with the 4-digit. If it's like 230, okay, you might want to go with the uncommon. I wonder if that is our decon kickoff party. Oh, maybe, might be. Time I hid, goodbye little mouse, and away snake slid, silly old snake. Well, Ali is probably saving on the side for employees and licensors. I mean, it's the VVIP. There's no licensor. We're the licensor. Took that odd amount of logos out of the job. That must be. Yeah, that's a good point. That's probably why. So that'll be a cool little airdrop. That'll be nice. All right, Slum Doge, I'm trusting you here with these listings and all that. Slum Doge says top 1 and 3 on Dex tools called by Pro the Doge. Oh, the iBit. Okay, that's interesting. And then Doge says, I mean, numbers don't lie. To know what I buy next, subscribe. Interesting. All right, guys, it's been a couple hours. That's it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. Thank you for the super chat. I love you all. Goodbye.